Alright, so the simplest way I can show you is the way that's going to put it on both sides. It's going to put the same pattern on both sides. Alright, so first thing I want to do is I want to rotate this corner. Well, actually, I'll do it this way. So I'm going to be rotating this corner to where I've got the yellows up here. And the way to do it for the other side too is bring this up. So now I've got this back corner up here. Okay, so I'm putting yellow up here. So I'll do this corner rotating algorithm. And I'll put this in this place, and then I'll reverse them. Okay, then I can put this back over. And I'll put it down. Okay, so now it's done now. Alright, so now, you see it's done on the other side too. So now I want to swap out these center pieces. So, see, I know I want to put the red one here, so I'm going to bring the red over. Then I'm going to bring the blue, like that. Alright, so, and I'll explain that a little bit more here in a second. Okay, so now, I guess I'm there now. So I want to swap these now. So what I want to do is I want to set the cube up to where when I repeat this pattern, it'll do on both sides. And doing it this way, when I use this setup, is actually the only time I use this method is if you do this setup first, which puts it on both sides. Whenever I'm doing like a regular three-phase pattern, I don't have to do this setup. So, and I actually move the centers around a completely different way. Okay, so what you're going to do is, here's the setup I use. Okay, now it's set up. Alright, so now I want to put the red here. So I want to bring the red over, because when I put on this face, I bring over first, and then I cut it off by bringing the top face down to it, and then I reverse them. Bring that over, bring that back up. Okay, now that's actually it. So now I just undo my setup, and if you do this setup and this undo enough, then it'll be, you'll have it memorized. So, and that did on both sides. Okay, so now I want to move these edge pieces around. So I know I look at what I want here. So I know I'm going to want the red and the blue ones here. These two, I want them to be red and blue. So I look at which side is the component from. And so I know I want to put this in the slice layer. The slice layer is just these middle rows. So I want to put this in the slice layer, which kicks that up, right? Kicks up the one I'm using. So I can pull this up. And then I want to bring this over and put it here. Now, when I do that, I want to keep this one in mind, because it's what I'm going to be replacing this with. And that'll sense in a second. So now I bring this over. And then pull this down. Now it's in the slice layer. And I remember my other one's right here. Okay, sorry. My other one's right here. Okay, so now I want to slice this twice, which puts what I want there. Then I want to pull this up to the top layer and replace it with this and put this back down. So then I want to undo those slices that I did. And then I would do this and this. And that makes your pattern you wanted. And you can turn it the other side and do the same thing. So I know I want to put this in the slice layer, which will keep this up. So I'll bring this over and pull this down. So now I do my slices. This is my other one I'm working with. So now that this is put together, take it to the top layer, replace it with that, bring it back down, undo my slices, and then undo my setup. And that's that. Okay, now I'll do some videos showing you some of the other methods.